Hello there folks, and welcome to round 4 of BUSR's ACC Spring Championship. We are here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Italian Temple of Speed, and I've already flubbed it up because I meant to say the American Temple of Speed. What are you talking about? Okay, Cameron Gold is around the course right now in his number 33 WG Racing Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2. In the background, you see the Aston Martin V8 Vantage of Taylor Astra Concept, number 69. We have 17 cars currently in the server, including some names who, well, those who are back in the BUSR lore will remember, like Adil Mushtaq here. And also, some drivers have changed cars. Jonathan Turner, who's just joined the server. Lovely livery job there. He was running the Porsche at the start of the season. But now we're going to go to a different Rev Sport V10. We are going to try and ride on board. Not in that camera. Not in that one. Can't really see much from that. We can see a bit from here. Can't see much from here. Okay, producers, let's go with this one then. We are going around the final corner to get on with the flying lap around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Running in the opposite direction to what you might see in the Indy 500. Cameron Gold goes onto the banking a bit high to try and maximise the speed going down the pit straight. Now, the signs are in yards instead of meters here, which can cause all kinds of different drama if you're not prepared for it. Cameron brakes around the 400-yard board. I think that's down to second. Used a bit of curb in the first corner. Lamborghini wasn't too happy with that. Second corner, he opens up a bit wider. Runs up through the gears. Will brake around here. Yeah, you can see the curb getting dark, though he's got a bit wide because he was turning while braking. Now you go right instead of doing a left-right kink like you see in IndyCar and IMSA nowadays. It would break down to this little horseshoe. I always liked it when F1 cars did this, but apparently it's quite unpopular. There we go, right, and you can run all the way out over all of this tarmac, as you can see Cameron Gold doing right now, but you need to get back in before the next corner, otherwise it invalidates your lap. Where's going to brake here? Brakes around the 300 board. Get a bit of curb, unsettles the car. Here you have to use a lot of curb. This was reprofiled, what, about 15 years ago? Used to be a double hairpin. I quite like that bit, but now it means you carry more speed into this section. Going into sector 3, use a little bit of the banking on exit here. You want to line up the left-hand wall and brake around the 300 marks. You see Cam do here. Decides not to take a lot of the curb into this corner. Now into what we would say is the penultimate corner. Runs a bit wide, but needs to get a bit back further out. Dips a little bit into the grass. Goes a bit too much into the grass on the other side. I wonder if that's going to be a valid lap. It should be. And there we are, 39.040. The alumni is the first person on the board. Astra Concept will set a time as well. Only 3/10 off of there. Jack Noller eclipses them both by 3.5 seconds. Jonathan Turner is about to start his lap. What's Jimmy Lin going to do? 9/10 off of pole. That's a good performance as we see the Hout racing of Adam Bent. 4.8 seconds off. Charlotte Perkins, we saw on the flashes there, she must have been hampered a little bit there to only be a couple of seconds off. Let's see who else is going to jump in. Cameron Searle jumps in 5th for the 5 car at the moment. And we saw that Lamborghini in the background of Kieran Nellam's in 6th place. Good job by Kieran there. We see the Ferrari. Is that Yusa Helvia there? Really nice looking livery. It's not an in-game one, I think. JM Motorsport. Not too sure, actually. Looks lovely, whatever it is. No, it's not. JM Motorsport, that's, I can see the BUSR stuff on there. Never seen that name before from Yuso. That's a nice addition. You see Dirk. Slightly refined livery. Dirk talked to me about it just a little bit before this race. I do like seeing the teeth on the front of a car. It's inspired by Rexy and Roxy. Let's see what Cameron Gold does. He shoots up the table now. 1.6 seconds found. He's up into 5th place on the board. Does Jack Noller improve? No, he does not. Person that I'm going to probably be looking for a lot is Ed Haskell, who is currently in 6th. It's nice to see Ed returning to the series. I haven't seen him for a while. And he's accumulated a few more stickers on that car now since last I saw it. It's got every brand that's been associated with BUSR in some way, shape, or form on there at some point. And oh, would you look at that? We've seen more people coming up the board. Ian Penson, the Fricadelli Ferrari, into 4th place. Owen Goldsmith, will he improve? No, he does not, but only just. This is out on an improvement, showing that there's still a lot of pace to be found in that car. Let's see what Ed Haskell does. It's great to have Ed back. I was really looking forward to seeing him, but I saw that he'd signed up a couple of days ago. I can't remember if he's run Indianapolis before. I feel like he must have done either in AOR or BUSR. No improvement on that last lap. What's Cameron Gold going to do? Finds another few tenths. Just a 10th off of Ben Gilroy. See Jack Nolan there. Not improving again. But that was a dead heat with the last lap, right? Lynn improves. Finds another few tenths. Jonah Turner's up into 7th place. Thing is, with this session only being 10 minutes long, it really encourages people to make the most of their time out on tracks. I see that Ian Penson jumping up again. No, it's not. Who was it? I thought it was. Used to have been an issue for Owen Goldsmith here. Lap hasn't improved. Got 2 more laps to go. For Jack Noller, lots of drivers will only get 2 more opportunities to set laps. Oh, pretty much any of them. Some of them will only get 1 shot, 1 opportunity. Dirk is not going to be one of those someones, I don't think. Just about be able to have 2 opportunities, but if you're the likes of Ed Haskell or is that Jack Sharp in front? That's revealed 107%. Ed Haskell is now on the final opportunity to set a lap. And Adil Mushtak really needs to get a time on the board right now. Where's Equi gone? Oh, there we are. So it's now do or die for a lot of these drivers. Owen Goldsmith is going into Sector 3. He's caught up with Cameron Searle. Now these two are close together in our F1 series, and now they're close together in ACC. Owen's got a bit of a gap behind, and he is going to fall back into that one. It looked like he was 3 tenths up before he caught up with Cameron. But he doesn't want to get in the way of Yuso. Yuso is currently improving, and the last thing you want to be accused of is blocking somebody. And Gilroy, meanwhile, is on the final lap and is currently improving and has already set a new personal best on the last lap. 35.8, putting him on the front row of the grid. Ian Penson's the first person to bow out of qualifying. Followed quickly by Adam Bent, who is comfortably within the 107% at the moment. All drivers are, because Adil Mushtak has just set a time. We'll see if he can get 1 more in there. We'll see if Dirk's about to get 1 more shot. Should just about make it by my calculations. Yep. 1 more opportunity for Dirk. No more opportunities for a bunch of other drivers. Ed Haskell went well off. Must have messed up the braking opportunity there. Cameron Gold is crossing the line alongside Jack Noller. Did both improve? No, Cameron did improve, but Jack Noller certainly did. He must have let go of his wheel to end up in the wall like that. Little Astra Kansev is not set to improve at the moment. And does at the last possible moment by a couple of hundredths. What about Jonan Turner? Not looking good. Just come across the line. Oh, Goldsmith is improving by 6 tenths, 8 tenths of a second now. Oh, going into that grass has hurt him a little bit. Now between 6 and 7 tenths. Cameron Searle is still going despite the lap being invalid. Oh, and Owen at the last possible moment has lost a couple of attempts. But it doesn't cost him a position. Jimmy Lin doesn't set a final lap. And so Owen Goldsmith goes up into 3rd in qualifying. Last person to set a lap will be Dirk, who is currently 3 tenths off of a personal best. Now looks level with personal best going into the penultimate corner. It'll be all done in the run to the line. Has the Durham driver done enough? Not been an improvement. As you can see, the chat has always been fun in BUSR. We'll be back in a bit for the race. And here we are about to go underway. You will see some drivers have already accumulated penalties. More on that in a second. But as we've been away, if you are a fan of BUSR, we will be able to see... Oh, see, hang on. There's been some drama here. And I've got hiccups. Is that we have other series available if you go to busr.gg/discord. And that includes in EA Sports WRC, EA F1 23, And iRacing, which has just announced a Superstar Racing Experience is coming to the platform. Well, we knew about that for a while, but they have just released a promo video of it. Of course, check that out after the race, unless my hiccuping gets too much for you. But yeah, Ben Gilroy is in the pits. And has a 5-second penalty. I'm at a loss to explain why Ben Gilroy is in the pits. Maybe forgot to hit grid. Given that Gilroy's been dropped there, probably makes a lot of sense. Maybe he was on the wrong setup. But Gilroy and Ashrakantsev both have a 5-second time penalty. The reason is for speeding in the pit lane in qualifying. You can speed up to 70 kilometers per hour without being reset to the pit, and with Indy being a long pit lane, people tend to do that. And, yeah. Those two got caught out multiple times, as a result picked up a 5-second time penalty each. Cameron Gold received a warning for it, as did 2 other drivers. One of them's another Cameron Searle. Final one. Qualified towards the back of the grid is not in the session anymore. Adam Bent. I wonder why Adam Bent's not in the session anymore. Strange. Either way, that means that if another warning heads the way of either of the Camerons, they will get a time penalty. Meanwhile, up at the front, they are starting to go double file. It is Jack Noller from Owen Goldsmith. We will focus on Cameron Gold, actually, and go onto a helicam. A helicam of Cam. Because this should give us a good picture of how the start of the race unfolds. Should be able to see the leaders. Oh. Oh, I guess not, because of how grid order has sorted itself out. So then, as we see our leaders start to line up on the grid, it is Noller from Goldsmith from Lynn. We go green in Indianapolis. 75 minutes of racing. They're already going 3 wide. They're starting to fan out even more. Looks like it's almost 4 wide in some places. Jack Noller looks perfectly clear going into the first corner. Oh, Goldsmith doesn't put in any contention. Jimmy Lynn goes through to make it a Mercedes 1-2. Goldsmith holds up Gold behind. Wonder if he's sniffing out Cameron Gold, but Jonah Turner gets a bit sideways. Carla Perkins is going to go wide behind. Charlotte's also another driver who I believe swapped cars from, I think, Ferrari to McLaren between the races. We see Ed and Charlotte side by side now. And Ed Haskell has gotten clear. Good moves on his return to BUSR. A little bit wide here now, though. Meanwhile, Jonah Turner appears to be trying to make moves. Next target is Ian Penson, and then it'll be the similarly engined, similarly designed Volkswagen stablemate and Red Bull stablemate of Cameron Gold. Oh, looks like there shall be some moves further back. Dilbishtak goes deep, opening up for Ashrakantsev. We see Sharp and Angel together as well. Oh, that looked like a car round, but it wasn't. Ben Gilroy has been released from the pits. Meanwhile, Charlotte is trying to attack Ed. We can already see gaps starting to form, even after just a lap. Oh, here comes a move. Angel up the inside of Mushtak. Dug up the inside of Equi. Good job. And this is a close trio here. All separated by less than a second. Behind them is another trio separated by about a second. Oh! Turner clatters the back of Gold. And Ed drives into Cam. Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. That has allowed Searle and Perkins through. And here comes Helvia. Ed looks to the inside of the Porsche. That's a send. Just about saves the brake marker board, but Yuso goes through. Or does he? Ed tries to fight back. See if the Merc's got enough grunt on the straight. Jack Lawler on that last lap was 1.2 seconds quicker than Jimmy Lynn in second place. Open up from lead now of 2.4 seconds. Cameron Gold has gone into the pits. Meanwhile, oh, that looked close between Bushtack, Dellums and Sharp. Two cars go wide, one car goes through. And that was a double overtake for Jack Sharp compared to the start line. Good job. Oh! And the 488 gets loose. Still holds the position. It's weird, we've got a 488 and two 296s in this. I don't know if we've got any other cars where someone's running the old version and someone else running the current version. I think Kieran Dellums is running the current version of the Evo 2 Lamborghini. I think even Adam Bent, who did start the race, was eventually given Evo, as asked. Oh, and Sharp gets loose again. Is that Bushtack around the outside? Will that move pull off? No, it does not. And there go the marker boards. There goes Kieran Dellums. And another double overtake on that lap from that group of cars. But here we have a close-knit group again. Ian Penson defending from Jonan and Turner. Jonan got a bit squirrely behind the Ferrari. He's going to try and get through turn 4. He does. Penson's trying to fight back now. It's been on the grass, and that's going to allow Jonan through. What's Charlotte going to do about it? Oh! Jonan gets loose. Penson goes back through. I think Jonan was hoping by going to the Audi from the Porsche that he'd find a car that was a bit less tail-happy. I don't know if he succeeded in that, but Sharp has gone to the pits. What's happened here? How bizarre. Well, this is the battle then. This is the battle now. It's still anybody's game in this trio. Trio are just shy of the podium. That said, they have opened up a massive gulf. Owen Goldsmith's got a gap of 8.4 seconds at the moment. And oh! Was that Searle trying to make a move? It was. That's Cameron Gold there. Back in the day, we used to have a Cam Cameron rule. Because we had a Cam and a Cameron. Don't know if that still applies now, but I do see Ed Haskell going wide. Problem is, Cam is a fast driver. Got out of position, and he doesn't have to yield the position. Not unless someone makes a brave, audacious move. Cam is someone who follows the law to an extreme. Well, on track at least. Jordan Turner is just getting to grips with the new car. And, oh! See that on full display there. Ian Penson gets back through P4. Here we are to try to make the move on camera now, and Cam does get out the way for him. Especially as if Ed now has the pace to catch up to Cameron Searle. Was 5/10 quicker over the last lap, but I wonder if he's lost anything. It seems like he's lost 5/10 to his delta so far this lap. Meanwhile, Adil Mushtaq is in the pits. A little bit loose from Jordan Turner there. Hang on, Astrakantsev has picked up a 5-second penalty now. He must have received a warning. Gilroy has gone through in the meantime. Jordan Turner has received a 15-second penalty for the incident with Cam Gold. I'll get more on why Astrakantsev has picked up the 5-second penalty in a second. Oh, Ashkan's have already had the 5-second time penalty for ignoring the race director's instructions. I'm misremembering who got penalties. Mushtaq did pick up a warning for collision with Astrakhansev on lap number 2. Third one. Here we go then. Charlotte Perkins closing up to Jonan Turner. Jonan has been more consistent in the course race so far, but Charlotte has been outright faster. Meanwhile, Ian Penson has not been closing in on Owen Goldsmith. Gap has stayed relatively the same. Same can be said for Owen Goldsmith and Jimmy Lin, though that appears to be because of inconsistency for Goldsmith, losing 5 tenths on the last lap to Lin. And as for our race leader, Jackdaw is comfortably out in front. Faster by about a second a lap. Yeah, Jimmy Lin in second with a new livery. And Aaron Goldsmith not far behind in third. Funny as Charlotte Perkins is second place in the alumni class for this event, and Yuso Helvio will be picking up a podium this race. We're going to let the auto director decide what we're looking for the time being, because your one-man band is suffering from what could be best described as a call from nature. Here we have the continued battle between Perkins and Turner as the commentator returns to. While Ben Gilroy has caught up to the back of the pack. And we appear to have lost Mushtaq and Gold from this race. I mean, we've only got 14 runners and riders left. We've also got, according to the timing screen, 3 cars showing up in 14th place. Only one of them is actually in 14th though, and that's Jack Sharp, who has been in the pits for a noticeable period of time. Currently sitting 4 laps down on the rest. Gets back out there, could get a couple of more places. Meanwhile, Haskell's enjoying a good return. Up to the back of Charlotte Perkins. And is also ahead of Cameron Searle, but... yeah, by the looks of things... oh, here we go. Turner and Gilroy side by side. The front straight. Gilroy is cleanly through. Perkins is going to try and make it 2 overtakes in as many corners on Joan and Turner. She's certainly having a look. He gets a bit loose. Can't challenge. Oh, a bit more grass for Charlotte there. Now Gilroy will set after Penson. Gilroy is the second fastest car on track, but we'll have to find 30 seconds over the next 43 minutes to catch up with Owen Goldsmith. Oh, and wide goes Turner. To allow Perkins an opportunity. It doesn't, but she does close up to him. Here we are. It's a three-way battle now. Perkins and Haskell both go deep, but Perkins is deepest for the three. Searle makes it a four-way battle now. Oh, there's contact. Haskell's around. I wonder whose fault that is. We can get another replay of it from another angle. Haskell goes to the inside. Oh. Good avoidance by Searle on that. I'll be interested to see what the stewards say about it. What I could say is it's helped Jordan Turner out a little bit. Given the Portsmouth driver a little bit of breathing space. Here we are, Jordan Turner's now in the pits. Now going to do the battles over, cuts and undercuts. We can see Owen Goldsmith is also already pit. As we hit the halfway point of this 75-minute race. Here we are. Pit-stop phase done. Charlotte Perkins managed to clear Jordan Turner by a noticeable margin, thanks to Jordan's 15-second time penalty. Cameron Searle be the next person to keep an eye on. Coming to the end of the pits. Meanwhile, the leader, Ben Gilroy, has leapt Charlotte Perkins after Jack Lawler has pitted. Charlotte, regardless of how long she stays out, will not be able to lead a lap in this race. And there we have it. Searle is now ahead of Charlotte as well. I didn't even notice the fact that Charles Finola had also, you know, pitted and come out ahead of Perkins. Who's also pitted. We only have a couple of cars left to pit now with Ian Penson in the pits. Now there's Yusa Jimmy Lynch just come out of the pits. Where's Yusa Helvia? There we are. Yusa Helvia. And Ben Gilroy. Oh, here we go. A battle for position between Owen Goldsmith and Jimmy Lynn. It appears on the last lap it was advantage Goldsmith. Well, the Perkins Searle battle has got the leader Jack Noller up behind it. Let's see what happens when the leader comes up to lap them. We have 22 minutes left in the fourth round of BUSR's Spring Championship here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's one of the many, many homes that motorsport has. Well, the battle up towards the pointy end is heating up. Lynn's on the back of Goldsmith as they approach lap traffic. That looks like it's Haskell and Penson, who are also battling for position. Again, they let the lap cars through. Haskell is in all real trouble here for that. If we have a look again, oh, bad luck, Ed. They later $1 short. Meanwhile, next person who's chasing down that pack is Ben Gilroy. Got a point to prove. Only a few minutes left on the clock to prove it. The battle is for the win in student class. It's for second place overall. $15 left. Jimmy Lynn, it's a long game. It's just sitting around to see if Goldsmith makes a mistake. Any mistake, no matter how small, allows a Mercedes driver to pounce.
Hi Kev, thought I'd hop in the booth with 30 minutes to go. It's been a fun race to watch.
Yes. What's happened to you, Ed? We saw you going off. Do you have a moment?
No, I got hit. I don't see how stewards deem it. If you look at the sheet, it's me. I don't know. Ian Penson were kind of bashing each other a little bit, but it's whatever. I didn't have a great race on my part. But how's it been from the outside view?
It's been entertaining. We've been glad to have you back, and Equi, who has sadly since retired from the race as well. So at least you will be able to be classified. Who he is.
Yeah. Well, I didn't make it round. I only made it round one full lap before getting in some kind of contact, which was unfortunate when Jonan spun cam. I couldn't really go anywhere, but it's been fun coming back. I've been missing it.
Yeah, we caught that moment. Right now, it looks like the closest battle is between the lead of the student class of Owen and Jimmy. Have you been in a chat with either of them today?
Not really. Gotta say, Jimmy's my favourite old teammate from quite a few different races and series, but Owen's looking quick as well, and we'll just have to see how the battle turns out.
Yeah, and of course you're one of the race organisers for the F1 series. How's that been going so far this season, Ed?
Yeah, it's been good. Close title battle between a few different drivers, two of them being Cameron Sell, the number 5, and Owen Goldsmith, the 95. But yeah, it's been going well.
And is Matty Boo Boo still up there at the pointy end of the standings?
Yes, he is, I believe. I say Cameron unfortunately didn't make it past 2 turns without DNFing at Las Vegas the other week. So that brought everyone a lot closer. But yeah, so it's a close title fight at the moment.
And I saw that Ben Gilroy had been competing as well in F1. Is he still competing at the moment?
I'm not sure. I can't actually remember if he showed. No, I didn't think he showed up to the last race, but he did show some thoughts about maybe pulling out. But we'll see if he comes back. He's still quite quick there, but I just don't think it's not the same as ACC. It's a bit different. I don't know if he's just struggling a bit. But it was good to see him show up to a different series.
Yeah. And it's good to see you back here as well. Is this just going to be a one-off? Of course, you're in your final year of university, correct?
Yeah. Unsure. I'm not a big fan of sprint races. And the next 3 are sprints, I believe, if I remember correctly from this calendar. I think it's I want to say Spa, Kyalami, and it's Spa, Kyalami, and Nurb. All 3 tracks I really enjoy.
I think it's Spa, Kyalami, and
It's Donington, then Nurb. Yeah. I'm looking at SimGrid now. So it's Sprint Spa, Sprint Kyalami, Endurance Donington, Sprint Nürburgring. And Kyalami, Spa, and Nurb are all tracks I really enjoy, just not really in the sprint format. Unfortunately, I like the longer endurance races personally, but I might show up to them depending if I'm free or not.
Well, it's been great to have you back anyway, so it's great to have you joining me up here in the commentary booth for the last
I just thought I'd come join you for a bit.
How was the track? Of course, I think I said that you have had some experience competing at Indy before. Was it BUSR or AOR?
It was BUSR, yeah. I managed to qualify like 5th, and I had a decent battle with Equi pretty much all race. And in that race, I don't know if you remember, Lauren, he basically sent it down my inside.
Yeah, I think I remember that one now. Yeah.
This race, I nearly was on. I think it was on for like a 36.5 in quali, and it was stuck to lose that lap. I ended up getting stuck behind Jay Sharp, the person who's in the pits, 51. I don't know the turn name. Like 3 turns before the end of the lap, I just kind of ended up catching up to him. I just couldn't do anything, and that was just unfortunate. And that was like my last lap attempt, so that just really sucked.
We saw a few drivers being caught out there. I think Charlotte also got caught out there. I think Owen got caught out there as well.
Oh, stewards have given Ian Penson 30 seconds of penalties. Not biased at all, both unfortunately against me for various things. But it's whatever. It's racing, it happens. I was being quite aggressive, and obviously so was he.
That would be massive. That would be 2 places potentially and out of the top 10 overall.
Yeah. It was. I had quite a bit of damage. I had to fix damage from earlier in the race, and I was just dropping to Astrakantsev. I just went, yeah, I'm like very warm. I haven't raced in a while. I forgot how like hot you can get just doing it. And I went, I'm dropping to Danila here. I'm just gonna park it. I've classified or whatever. I'll just take a breather. Unfortunately, I got like 10 seconds of damage from the cam incident. I got a door bang from Gilroy, who actually got a warning. I see. For the first long straight. I just don't know the turn names or anything like that for this track.
I don't know if there are turn names or anything like that.
Kevin, between the straight between turn 8, he kind of doved me inside turn 8 and just gave me a bit of a bang, which gave me like surprisingly about 3-4 seconds of damage, which was like, oh, okay, that's more than I was expecting for a door bang. And then yeah, I had the Charlotte spin, which was deemed NFA. And then, so I pitted for my damage, and then was just dropping to turn. So I thought, okay, let's see if I can hold on to any of these places. And then just unfortunately, that did not happen.
This is live footage, Ed, so that you can see it as we're coming towards the final 7 minutes of the race. See what we're seeing. I believe you're still in the server, though, so you'll be able to see it anyways.
I'm watching Jimmy's on board right now.
What have you noticed? Because, of course, you're also a Mercedes driver.
Jimmy's a lot quicker than me in the Mercedes. I don't know what setup he's using, but I was struggling. I was just a bit like loose out some of the corners. I've been away for a bit. I'm going to say that as my excuse. But Jimmy just seems to be able to get a lot more speed and power down on the exits. And but no, he's looking good. Something I actually picked up from watching Jimmy a little bit was how you basically never put, at least at this track, you never put the Merc in first. You're in second and third quite a lot around this track. I think it's so you can get the nose around in these corners, but I say the Bimmer, I don't know, I think the BMW had 0 kilograms of bop, if I remember correctly. The Merc had 9. So I know the BMW is pretty decent around here. Jimmy's got a good pace, so we'll just have to see how this battle ends up, really.
And do you have any particular horses in the race? This one, obviously, you said Jimmy was a former teammate of yours from back in the
I gotta go Jimmy. Gotta go the Merc, my Merc brother. He also gave me the fuel for the start of the race, so, you know, he helped me out.
Of course, you're somebody who's been a veteran of competing in our other competitions, Ed, aren't you?
Yeah.
You competed in every one of our series?
Yes, at one point in the other year. I'm planning on doing iRacing on Thursdays, so if anyone else wants to come down. I'm currently the reigning student champion, so you have to try and beat me. How's WRC been going so far? Because I just don't own the game, so I just haven't competed this time.
WRC has been... It's been fun. It's been tricky getting used to the new platform, though at the same time, it's been a busy time in my life, so I haven't had time to properly get used to the new platform as I did with Dirt Rally, but it seems like we've still got some regulars, some people who have been around for a while, though also some veterans such as Astrakantsev Doomskull are very unhappy with the way that the game handles.
I would say I've heard he's very, very unhappy with it, because some of the F1 lot, some of our past champions actually being Dasher and Matty, they've been competing and talking to me a little bit about WRC. But no, they mentioned Doom was not enjoying it. Is the game quite different than to Dirt Rally 2?
It can be. It definitely can be. And in some ways it's more realistic. In some ways you might argue that it's less. But it's largely the fact that overall a lot of it's a bit like... Do you remember when the F1 game, between 2019 and 2020, they changed the handling model?
Big change.
And the big change was that they didn't have central rotation anymore.
Ah.
I believe that's something similar with WRC, that whilst it doesn't have the same kind of central rotation, so it's a bit more like what you'd expect if you were doing something like Richard Bird's Rally NGP, because the original Richard Bird's Rally is central rotation, but the NGP engine...
sorry to interrupt you there, Kev. Geek's gone a little bit deep there. I say I was watching Jimmy just inch closer and closer, and just Geeks had a little moment in that corner. So we'll see how this ends. I'm not really sure how the Bimmer compares anymore, but the Mercedes still has quite a bit of grunt to it on the straights, depending how Jimmy set it up. So who knows? We'll have to see how this goes.
Well, the Bimmer's historically been a car that's yo-yoed in a straight line performance. Like, it originally was quite poor, then it was quite great, then it was just mid.
Yeah.
I don't know where it currently sits in the hierarchy, but I believe it should be doing, well, do itself justice by looks of things.
Yeah. I say I was trying to decide between the Bimmer and the Mercedes actually for this season, because I was thinking of returning to something that I just because I haven't driven in like probably 6 months before this. So I was trying to think of something that I could drive that will just like be familiar to me. And I ended up going with the Mercedes, but the Bimmer was definitely on the cards.
And how familiar did you find it? Because there have been some changes, largely balance performance related in the past 6 months, but there have still been some changes.
I say, honestly, I don't really know, because obviously the Indy's not a track I drive often, but I did do a random like open lobby Monza race. Didn't feel like I'd lost that much pace or speed once I like got into it, and during at least that first stint of the race, I was finding myself getting quite comfortable with it, and felt like it wasn't doing too bad. So no, it's been good. I was enjoying driving it.
And what would you say for people who are looking at this and going, oh, I don't know if I could do a full championship. I might be able to do a round or two. Would you say it's still worth giving it a go?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's I say my race hasn't ended great tonight, but I mean, you can get some good racing. I think we're in a train of maybe like 4 cars for I don't know, let's say 40 minutes. It was just like just following, and like if one person makes a mistake, I saw in front like Charlotte go ahead, then Joan go back. I ping ponged with Cameron a little bit, and had a little few like attempts at overtaking Charlotte, and no, it was good fun. It's definitely say just come down, see if you like it. Then if you can do a full championship, say then you know you enjoy the racing.
Yeah, I think that's something that's the sentiment that I would also echo. I competed in the first round of the season at Monza. That was a lot.
Yeah, I saw you in the Bentley.
Yeah, I decided I wanted to do something different, and I think that's now the 6th different car I've led a BUSR competitive event in.
Of course you led out to try and lead a race. Oh, what we're going to see here? Geeks on a bit wide again. Jimmy? Oh, I thought he might have the overlap for a second there.
No, but
is he going to look down the inside? Oh, he does, yes. Oh, this could end badly. No, Jimmy's slotting back behind. That's a risky corner, I find. I don't like overtaking there personally.
He's going to have 2 more laps to do it. We've got 1 minute 14 left on the clock, and Jack Noller is about 30
very far ahead.
Lap. Oh yeah, he's been commanding from the start of it. Do you see Jack Noller at all this race, apart from if he was
in the pits? We actually came out the pits together, and then he just like flew off in front of me.
Ah. That would be a way to come across Jack Noller.
Yeah, I say, I wasn't sure if my my nose was actually like ghosting inside of him, so I just pulled to the inside lane because that's how close we came out literally together. So just to play it safe, just let him go.
Like Charlotte's parked up as well.
Oh, has she? Oh yeah, I see that now. I don't know what happened there. Did she have a spin, I wonder? Yeah, I can check this at least.
And oh, that was close. Jack Noller just about made it at the extra lap. I wonder if anybody.
Charlotte DC'd.
Oh no, her internet cut out.
That's very unfortunate. Yeah, Charlotte disconnected. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but yeah.
Thank you for that information, Ed. That's gutting for her.
She's going down the straight and just blip and disappeared from the server.
Obviously, Brummies in their internet.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to have 1 more go at it, and this is going to be the last chance for Jimmy Lynn, or the last couple of chances. Got a couple of straights, which is Well, he seems to be pulling in on Owen Goldsmith. If that's the toe or if that's the setup or just the raw performance of Mercedes, I'm not too sure.
So I've seen Owen make a couple of mistakes, but it just doesn't seem like Jimmy's been able to just like take advantage of that. As you saw before, he went a bit wide, and Jimmy just slotted back in. Probably not trying to risk his own race by sending a stupid move.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in what could be deemed a stupid move by broadcast, we're going to have to cut away for just a moment to celebrate Jack Nolan coming across the finishing line, winning in alumni and winning overall. Good job to Jack.
Oh,
and here we go. It's
Jimmy just tapped Owen. Just ran straight into the back of him. Unfortunately, you missed it.
Oh no!
Just a small tap, but Owen got a bit loose, I think. But we'll have to see how this ends. See, Jimmy's 4/10 down on this lap.
No, it's 5/10 down.
Mine might be a little bit out of date then.
No, they're both down on their deltas, but then their deltas are very close as well.
I think Owen might have this unless he goes deep here and Jimmy can take advantage of that. But we'll have to see. There's no real overtaking opportunities in these last sections of the track. Unless Jimmy can get a hell of a run out of this corner.
He's closing up.
No, unless something major happens here, Owen's got this.
And Owen Goldsmith will pick up the Student Championship win here at Indianapolis.
I say,
Jimmy Lynn rounds off the podium.
Great
first.
race.
Ben Gilroy, that was close at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Good job getting
So what happened to Gilroy at the start? Do you know?
I'm not sure. He just didn't grid. But anyways, that appears to be the end of the race. Thank you for joining us, Ed.
No worries.
And thank you everybody who's tuned in. We will see you again soon. Make sure to tune in on Thursday or Saturday for our iRacer F1. And if you want to be involved in the action more, go to busr.gg/Discord. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.